Okay. Okay guys, we're gonna do some shoulders. So I'm gonna show you guys today how I use the bar with the bands to do shoulders. And that's for my pressing exercises. So these ones are very low level, but it's good for warming up. I'm doing also side laterals, the lateral movements. So what I do here, I put my both feet on the bend, like this, and then I glue them together onto the bar. So it depends on who you are and your strength level. Right about where the band is right now, it's probably good enough for you to start to warm up. And the one thing I like about doing this is I don't have to put a loop on the band or not the band anywhere, because the resistance is just perfectly fine for my height. And that's good enough to warm up for the first set. And for the front, it's the same thing. You just bring the bar to the front and you can continue. You can actually keep rotating them back and forth, but then you're going to be sweating up like a storm. So it depends if that's what you want. But actually this resistance feels perfectly fine for anyone who maybe just only have two bands like this. It's actually perfectly fine. And it depends on what you're looking for. You might want to like just keep in shape. So this is actually perfect. So what you could do, if it's just two bands you have, you can just go like this and create more resistance. Step on the band again, and you can probably get one more set. But I would advise you not to play around like that with these smaller bends, because the smaller bands will be much more easier to snap if you keep looping and looping with it. And you can squat. Depends how much loops you have in that. You can actually do your squats with it. I just noticed I don't have my timer above my camera there, so I have to grab it in a second. To the front. So I may come back to these later and do side laterals. So what happened here now? So the green band is a bit more resistance. Yeah, this is my clock. Let's put it right above there and keep track of the time. I was supposed to have the day off from work, but he called me since yesterday, begging me to work today. I wanted to say no, but when you need the money, you cannot say no, you gotta say yes. Because I gotta pay up my bills before I travel next year, so I wanna pay up everything before I leave this country again. Okay, so we'll go for the third set. And actually this doesn't feel like it's enough resistance. These bands are a bit softer, so I could put another loop on it if I want. Reps has already decreased a little bit. And the front. So what are we going to do now? We're going to increase the resistance, but I want to do something. See, we can put them together here. So I want to do a drop set for the last set there. So what I'm going to do, I think you guys seen this before. I'm gonna put these bands on. I hope this is the one that TikTok chooses for the short. I hope. But they may not. They may miss it completely. They always miss the good ones for the short. Sometimes they put something that I don't even want for my short, and I have to that's when you guys don't see me upload the short for my stream. Is when they actually do the ones that I don't like. So this one I like. So if they missed it, I may have to just make a separate video of it and upload it. So I'm going with the red bands. Then I'm gonna come down to the black ones, and then these guys in here. But I gotta put another loop on this, so just remember. Because I don't want to spend the time just to do the loops. Complicated, huh? Very complicated. So now I may not need it for this one, but the last one I will need it. So yes, you can leave them dangling like that, it's fine. It's not gonna get in your way. And for your last set, you can just do a drop set. And this is gonna be crazy. I know, I can feel it already. Ooh. So this is a complicated part about it now. It's trying to get that bend right in there. I don't want to throw the band off because I need it for the front too. Gosh. Ooh. So that's what it will look like. And you have to be quick about grabbing the bands that you want to go with too, right? So, but it's okay, it's all fun. So let's reset that for the front. My shoulders are gone already. So we're gonna go with the red ones and then just keep going until we get to the green. And that'll be it for the presses. Ooh, gosh. Burns. Okay, here we go. Ah, come on. And get this one quickly. wrist and so much pain in the corners there by the time. Okay. Shoulders are burning, man. So if you guys have if you have resistance bands, that's what you're using, give these a try. And for those who think it does nothing, I want you to do something with it and try it and see what kind of nothing it does, and then upload a video of yourself doing nothing. Okay, so next I'm gonna put this on for a second. And we're gonna do shrugs. So when I do shrugs, when I work my shoulders, I do shrugs from the front or like sided with the dumbbells. But you can actually use a resistance band to do shrugs from either side or front, and also from behind. But I'm not going to show you behind. I'm just going to show you from the side and the front, because I want to work more in that from the side view and the front. The traps is located at the back. That's basically what you're working. But I'm not gonna just emphasize more and rolling my shoulders back. I'll try to keep my shoulders straight and just go up and down, because I want to hit more of the top part right up there. So I'm gonna step on the band like this and grab both sides, and this is as if I have a dumbbell on my hands on each side, and I'm gonna just do the shrugs like this. So you can get away with a lot of reps with this, just as if you're using a dumbbell. Shrugs I usually do a lot more higher reps until it actually starts burning at the top. And actually, for some people, you have to be careful when you're doing shrugs. If your traps grows too quickly, then it can kind of mess up the way your shoulders are shaped. You're gonna find yourself looking more like this, and you will lose what's actually going on in the delts. It's a kind of like very strange muscle to be working like crazy, because you don't want your traps to be like so massive, and then your delts is non-existent. It looks really kind of ridiculous, and you lose your symmetry and everything looks all screwed up. So you want to just create balance in that area. For me, I've always been very careful about that, because when I was competing, I didn't want that sort of thing to be going on, because it doesn't look too good. It throws off your symmetry. So I just put the band over the bar like this, and I can do shrugs again, as if I had a barbell in my hands. And I can actually do this way. Now, which way I like better? I like both of them. So what I will do one set of each. So you step on the band again, and you'll act as if they're dumbbells in your hands, and you do the sides again. And you can do it with the bar again. It depends on who's doing it. Maybe you're just comfortable using the bar. But I like I said, I like both of them. So I do 2 sets or 3 sets, whichever one you want of each of them. So this bar that I have in my hands is a pull-up bar. I bought it at Walmart. I thought it was a perfect bar to use for this kind of movements. I wish I can get a bar that actually can fold up and becomes much smaller to just drop into my suitcase when I travel. But I'm still researching something like that. Yeah, but with this, I would have to take it apart, and maybe the spring might just come out and then maybe have no use. But when I travel to Cambodia and Japan, in Japan I have a plastic pipe actually that I bought at a home store. It's very light. It's about the same length as this. If you guys go through my channel here, you will see that I'm actually using it in Japan. I use it for the lunges outdoors and everything. And in Cambodia, my friend brought me a pipe from his workplace, and we fixed it up really nicely. That's what I use when I did my lunges at Angkor Wat Temple and on all the tourist sites. But this one is kind of heavy. I like it, but it's, I had to put all these tapes in it and everything to prevent those screws from maybe damaging the band. But I like if I have my own that I can use, put in my suitcase and just go with it. So, actually, you can also do this too. If you don't have the bar, you can actually just do your behind the neck presses like this. And the front. And we already did the shrugs. So you can actually use the bands like that. It's perfectly fine to use that way. But you're gonna find your hands are gonna get sticky and sweaty. And you probably maybe need to buy some garden gloves. Yeah, it's plastic, rubber gloves. For the ones who say garden gloves. So you may need to buy that. And upright row. This is a old school exercise that you would have just done like this. Well, back in the old school days, we used to do it like this. We have our hands all the way like this to the bar, and we pull the bar up. But honestly speaking, this is not good. Because right now, just about where I am, that issue I told you with my shoulders, I'm feeling it right there. Right? I felt it just now. That pain just got right there. So this way is better. A wider grip is better. And you don't have to come all the way up. back in the days, we bring the bar all the way up here. So then we're screwing up our shoulders and we didn't even realize we're screwing up our shoulders. Maybe that's where some of the niches came from in my shoulders. But you can use the band like this way, to do the exercise. You don't have to go all the way back, just about here is fine. And should be okay if you want to do upright rows. Upright rows work the entire shoulders. That's basically why we done it. It works the entire shoulders. But I'm not gonna say it's a bad exercise. It's a good exercise for those who like doing it, right? And I'm not here to preach and say that this exercise is bad and this exercise is good. And you know, honestly speaking, I hate when people talk like that about this is because it's wrong. It's actually wrong. I mean, like, all exercises are good. It depends who is doing it and how they're doing it, right? What works for my body may not work for your body. If I say I love doing pull-ups, another guy may say that I don't like doing pull-ups because blah, 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 right? That's what happens with his body when he does pull-ups. But for me, it might be totally different. So when you hear fitness influencers saying that, the trainers are saying that this is not good and this is not good and this is not good, you know, I would say they're no good, because that's wrong. That's a wrong approach. Everybody, you have to try everything. See what is going to work for your body. If it works, go along with it. If it doesn't work, try something else, right? That is the best thing I can say to you. But I'm not going to tell you this is good and this is bad. I will tell you what did not work for me and why it's not working for me, because I have an injury or something going on with my knees or something, and it's not really helping me. It's not useful for me. So that's what I can say. But you should try everything and see what's worked best for you. Side laterals. So you can go with just one hand at a time. Or you can grab the second bend and you can go for both. Now, for me, I have some difficulty doing both because of the space I'm working at it. So I have to go like kind of sideways to show you guys this. Even if I went from the front in my living room space, the camera is still a little too close, so you're gonna miss something. So from here, I show you side version of it. And that's how you do side laterals with both ends. Oh. Now, I don't need to go with those other bends because, trust me, this is enough. It's enough. If I go to the other bends, then I'm probably going to be, you know, maybe going much lower reps, and I don't need to go lower reps. I want to keep the reps at exactly where it is right now. So we'll go one end again. And then we could do the 2 bands again till we get it all done. Oh gosh. Okay, one hand. So that was my side laterals. And next, we're gonna do, should I go with first, bent over? My shoulders are so heavy right now. I'll go with, let's do front lateral, no, bent over. We do bent over laterals first. So, again, because of the angle I'm working at and the space I'm working in, it's kind of hard to do these the way I want to. So you're gonna get a side view angle again. I want to make sure that this is not going to be in my way. Won't fall. So what I do, I have my bands crossed like this, and gotta get a white stand. And I hope it's not too, well, if I try to hold the band like this, it's gonna be too much resistance holding the bands together. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna let go of one band, one side of it, and I will go like this. So it's gonna be flat and making a lot of noise probably, but I don't care about that. The idea is to get the exercise done. So you bent over, and remember, elbows is outwards, and it's like this. Whoa. And you can, well, now I can actually try to see if I can hold the two bands together. That gives me more resistance. And I'm going to try this to see how it feels. And the other side. Rest my hands in here like this. So that's how you do bent over laterals. Whew. So I'm going to do both sides again together, and then the last one. One. Here we go. Okay, here we go again, one side. can feel the mat sliding. Okay, so now we're going to do the front lateral raises. Okay, so what you would do, you put the bands, I'll go both bands, I don't care. They're actually quite fine with the resistance. I can put the bands like this together. And my foot, 2 feet together like this, less resistance. This way, more resistance. So if you're very strong, you got a nice wide stand, you don't need to go with a heavier band. You can actually use the 2 bands or just the 1 band, right, or 2, whichever one you desire to use. So I'm just going to drop one and I'm going to use the other one. And I'm going to do it to 2 bands. I'm going to try to see if I get the same amount of reps. Hopefully I can get it. Resistance too much. So with the 2 bands, as you see, I'm struggling there, right? Or you can go like this. This is how you use 1 band. With here, your resistance doesn't feel, it's a little too much slack going on here. I want to start pulling from this point. I want to start pulling from here. I want to feel the resistance right about from here when I move the band. Right? So this is what you would do. You can grab the bands like this, so you get the resistance right away. Or, oh gosh. Or you can just do like this. Just take 1 foot, put it back like this. Right? You want to start from about here. And you just when you switch, and you get your front delts the same way as you did with the other versions I just showed you. All of them work. Every one of them does the same thing. It's just whichever one you're comfortable using. And you could play around with all of them and just enjoy yourself. So, if you don't like any of those versions, you can do this. I should have put it from the other side, but it's okay. it this way too and use the bar. Let's go for one more. Let's see if that's gonna do it. So you can, as if you have the barbell in your hands, you can use it in this manner too. Yeah. See this? This is the space I'm working in, guys. So it actually forces me to stay in the center. And actually go one more. Yeah, this feels a little better. And that's when you can do it. And those are your versions for front lateral raises, using the bend, one hands, two hands, the bar. If all that's not enough, then you can just get an empty bar and just do that empty bar. It might look funny, but this is heavy enough, depends who's using it. You can just use the empty bar and just hold it as if it's heavy, and you can do that too. How much muscle you're gonna build from that, I don't know. But you can also go like that. So guys, that's it. Is that it? Is there another shoulder exercise that I missed? Yeah, I missed a couple more. So let's backtrack a little bit. So dumbbell shoulder presses. This is what you will need, just the two bands, or just one band. And just drive it up. You can do it as if you're a power trainer. And just go like that. You can do that version. Oh. Or you can do this version. Whichever one is comfortable. You can work it like that. And if that resistance is not enough, you can just go a bit more. Move up to the black bands, if you can move them. Oh. So that's how you do it, guys. That is how you train your shoulders using resistance bands. And You don't have to have as many bands as this to use. You don't have to, right? You can use 1 band, 2 bands, whatever it is. I want to try something crazy right now, so I'm sure you guys can figure what I'm going to try to do. Let's see if I can do this as a bonus for you guys. Let's see. If I can, well, too bad. Gosh. Gosh. Or you can use them like that. Crazy that way. Use the bands like that if you want. So there's always a way to get things done, guys. Always a way. And I want you guys to hear me saying this again. All exercises are good. Every one of them. Right? I don't care who says it's not good. They're all good. Right? Because we all do things differently. And what I may gain from something, you may not gain from it. Vice versa, the other way around. So you just have to try them all and see which one is going to work better for your body. And then you just run away with it. And people look at you and they laugh, but they're seeing your results. They're like, wow, I cannot believe he or she's getting results like that. You know, so for all the critics out there who are criticizing this movement and that movement, stop it. You know, let people give it a try and see if it works for them. And if you did it wrong, you can try again. But for me, all these years, I can tell you what works for me and what doesn't. It took a long time to figure it out. And, you know, because that's how your body is. Your body's always changing. So you have to adapt to the change. What worked for you when you're younger may not work for you as you get older. It may just not be helping you anymore, right? So, guys, give it a try and then enjoy your results. Thank you for your support, everyone. As you can see, I'm out of it. I got to be to work at 5:30. So, thank you guys for your support and have a good afternoon in Toronto here and in Cambodia. Enjoy your early morning since it's almost 4 a.m. in the morning. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. YouTube, thank you. And I'll catch you guys in the next workout. Guys, if you want to see the full stream, please go to my YouTube channel and hit subscribe, please. Thank you. I'll appreciate that. TikTok, thank you guys for all the likes.